My name is Louise Rafkin. My title is Maskurugong, but that may change. It means highest teacher. And my rank is 7th degree black belt, I think.
My name is Karen Hickman, and my rank is green sash.
My name is Mas Simon Becerra. I am a 1st degree black belt in the art of poekoelan tjimindie tulen. I study at Studio Naga in Oakland.
I've been training in martial arts since 1984. So I think that is 37 years. I joined poekoelan in 1989. I was doing another martial art and I loved the animal movement and I loved the ground fighting, and that was not in my other martial art at all. And I was like, wow, I can go be an animal? This is awesome.
I've been training for 7 years. I joined when I was 4 in September, and I joined because I wanted to do some kind of physical activity, and competitive sports weren't my thing.
Why I joined poekoelan was because my kids were doing it at first. And the reason we started poekoelan for them was because after visiting, I think it was 8 different martial arts studios, this was the only one that really had like this family community thing going on. And after a while I got tired of just watching them and decided to join them. My experience with training has been kind of crazy because when I first started training, I walked on the floor thinking I can do this and was quickly humbled. And I think that's part of like martial arts, is that it shows you your weaknesses before they can build up your strength.
Oh, the first memory I had is I walked into class and I said, I don't want anyone kicking me below the waist. And she was like, she taught me how to do a rend-out. And it was like, oh, if someone kicks you below the waist, you do this. And I was like, oh, there's an answer for my fears.
One of my first memories is when I wasn't at Studio Naga. I was at the YMCA with Bantu James, and he was really fun. He was like my old dance teacher.
So my very first memory in poekoelan, memorable one, is my very first class. I was training and really going hard, and I got really dizzy and just passed out. Bantu Sid was there as my teacher, and she came rushing up to me and she's like fanning me and waking me up. She's like, are you okay? She's like, is there something wrong? I said, no, I didn't realize this was going to be hard.
I think I really love the animal movements, but I also really love being in a community where you can see everyone get better all the time. That's really awesome. So I love teaching.
I think one of my favorite aspects of poekoelan is that you're not competing with anyone and everybody is your friend.
My favorite aspect of poekoelan is the movement. You can learn to punch and kick anywhere, but poekoelan fighters move differently. There's almost like a dance to it, and I love that. Like if I'm practicing at home, it almost feels like I'm dancing in a mirror.
All of the people who are getting better and who find so much joy in it, I'm inspired by when you see somebody get something for the first time, or like do an awesome kick, or complete a form and like feel good about themselves, or teach a class, like any of those things. When I see other people succeeding, I am really inspired.
Whenever I hear poekoelan, like sometimes you're on the internet or hear stories about other martial arts or whatever, that word will come up because it's not just our art, it's all over the world. But it makes me think about the history of where it once started and how it's moved on and how it's like grown into a global thing. And I'm just like one little thing of this big, immense world that is poekoelan.
Poekoelan is a place where I can be myself and hang out with other people who are like me.
To me, it's a way of learning about yourself. You can learn about your own mental challenges, you can learn about what keeps you small or what makes you big, or where your ego is, or where your fears are. You know, I think when I first started, I was much more interested in what people thought of me, and now I'm like, you know, learning to trust myself has been such a big part of the journey.
Some important things I've learned are like never to give up and to believe in yourself?
I've learned to trust myself. I've learned to see other people. I have more compassion. I used to be kind of harder as a teacher, and I think I have more compassion for people now in terms of their own struggles, and they're different from mine. Everybody struggles with this art somewhere because it's hard and it's long. But having compassion for other people's challenges is like I get to learn that all the time, even if they're like 4 years old.
Some of the important things I've learned while training is it's okay to ask for help. It's important to learn to ask for help. It's important to learn to get close to people, both physically and emotionally. I've also learned that it's not just about punching and kicking.
I think one of the most amazing things about this is that you don't get to choose who your friends are, but all of a sudden you just keep making more and more friends. And that was something I never considered when I started training. I wasn't looking for friends. I wanted a way to keep fit and defend myself, but all the people that I come into contact with, all the different aged children, all the different adults, it enriches my life so much to know so many different kinds of people.
As a last thought, I would like to convey that it's really about the people I train with. Everyone from when I first started teaching little kids at 4 years old to teaching 60-year-olds. It's really about the people you meet and learning how to push past their barriers and your own barriers and getting to a point where you've done something great together.
Everybody I meet here is really, really nice.